My name's Margaret Ann Windsor. I was kidnapped in 41 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, near Huntsville, which became the Space Agency Administration Redstone Army Supply Command Center. Huge operation there. I just happened to be put there in 41, and this happens, all of it, and it goes on and on. The reason I'm making this morning, and I'm not putting up any information or about my kidnapping or anything right at the moment. I've been writing about mind control murders. That's how I started out. The book, I'd worked for doctors in 76. Had a letter from FBI, June the 23rd of 79. Ongoing investigation, national security involved. Well, if they tell all this, national security will be involved, because I can't believe the world would sit back if they finally were faced with the truth and not have some comments about what happened. Now then, so people don't misunderstand this, Trump has nominated two people, one lady to oversee the CIA, the director. And of course, that director is moving to head of state, I believe. Yeah, Tillerson's job. Now then, the whole point, they're getting up and they're saying that this woman, I don't know anything about her, and I don't know anything about the man from the CIA. Pompey, is it from the CIA? But let me say this. I can't remember the man who's congressman who just made the comment. I can't remember his name. Probably don't like him, so that's the reason I can't remember it. Anyway, he's talking about this woman that's going to face tough questions and all this. Do you ever think maybe you should turn around and put them under investigation and scrutiny, your Congress, the whole bloody mess of them? Now then, what makes you think they're honest? They're not. If the truth's ever told about this whole bloody mess, and I hope it is. Anyway, this, I don't know if he's senator or House Representative, rep, he said something about we should have a tough time passing I guess what amounts to a background check by Congress to become head of the CIA, that she didn't oppose waterboarding. I wonder what the double L someone thinks when all this about mind control, and I've laid it out for you, hook, line, and sinker, not just my kidnapping, since 1976. And I told about it before then. I just did not know the mechanism used. Just like, how much do people, and then to come back at me with nasty remarks? I didn't get paid for this. I got kidnapped, my home taken, tortured in ways that you can't believe, and to my sons. Well, I was telling you the truth. Waterboarding's out, according to this man. I think he's a senator. But it's okay, mind control. We just won't mention that. We dealt with the MK Ultra back in 52 or 53. They brought it before Congress and slapped them on the wrist and turned them loose, and look at it now. That's what happened to your kids in Parkland. And why? Florida. If you read or view my Facebook and YouTubes, you'll find out where Parkland fits in. And one person, and I appreciate her, I didn't get to answer her back, who was on my YouTube and asked me what did I mean by patterns. I mean that. In Parkland, where this shooting just took place a month ago, Valentine's Day, how come the press, they've covered the others, but how come all this big happened at Parkland, Florida? It's all over the press. It started this whole stampede, which appears to be a good thing to help clean up schools and get rid of your rifles. Big problem is The rifles aren't doing it. It's mind control. Now, you didn't like waterboarding. I've been in this country and I've been tortured in ways that are so inhuman. And I've met you on a day-to-day basis. Believe me, America. There are a few good people and there's a bunch of rotten 99% of you. Excuse me for telling the truth. I lived it, walked in it, I interacted with you, and I don't like you. Now you come back with something to me again after you took down my father, Edward the Eighth, who was married to my mom, an American, Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe. Georgia O'Keeffe, the artist, is my aunt. I found out in 1983 after I ran in a campaign to replace one of the doctor congressmen I had written about. I was almost killed. In April Fool Day of '80. Larry Flynn, Hustler magazine, was shot